Hey there, vinyl community. How you doing today? Sunday, July 18th. A beautiful day here in Toronto. This is my second in the series of great Toronto live music venues. And I wanted to do the second one on the Opera House. As you can see, it's the Opera House. This is 735 Queen Street East in Toronto. It's an area called Riverdale. Or sorry, no, it's Riverside, Toronto. This is Queen Street East. You can see all the patios lined up on the street side there. That's where I guess it's called it's called Cafe Toronto. Hopefully the City of Toronto is trying to help out all the restaurants that have suffered so brutally under the COVID lockdowns. But I wanted to do this video on the Opera House and history of. It's been an amazing. This is Queen Street looking east. As you can see, it's a gorgeous day. Cyclists, patio folks enjoying beverages there. So this is the Opera House, and the Opera House is a mainstay on the Toronto live music scene. It originally opened in 1909, and it was called La Plaza Theater. From what I understand, it was a vaudeville stage back in the day, an Edwardian vaudeville stage. That didn't last all that long. It did last quite a while, but until the moving pictures took over, and it became a movie house. Not sure exactly when that took place. I think it was more in the line of the 20s or the 30s or something like that. It remained that way until the 1960s. In the late 60s, I believe, it had it went under a variety of different names after the 60s, and it remained a cinema until the 80s. And then in the 80s, it housed a live theater show called Mama, I Want to Sing, and that lasted for a while. It didn't become the Opera House until the early 90s, and that's when it became a live music venue. Here comes a streetcar in Toronto. Here's what they look like. The only thing about shooting live on Queen Street are the streetcars are gonna affect the video at times. But in the 90s, it became a live music venue and became known as the Opera House. And I can't tell you how many music videos have been shot here. And music videos, commercials in Toronto, films, long format in this city have made use of the Opera House stage and the balcony and everything else. It's a great venue, and some notable videos that have been shot here in Canada: the Headstones, Smile and Wave, Bare Naked Ladies, Brian Wilson, The Tragically Hip did a video here called, what was theirs called? I think My Music at Work, I think it was. That might have been the one. Everclear did a movie. Well, the movie that Everclear was in was actually shot here as well, and that was called Loser, I believe. And so many commercials were shot here as well. But in terms of some of the shows, I have seen so many shows here, I cannot begin to tell you. But some notable ones I can recall. Trombone Shorty in 2011 was a fabulous show. I've seen Mo, the jam band Mo, here a couple of times. I believe the first time was 2004, and I know the second time was about 2009. Robert Randolph's Family Band, I think I saw. I saw here in 2006. Kings of Leon, I think it was their first tour I saw here in 2005. And then the big show that I saw here, which was astounding. A buddy of mine in, I guess it was 1994, it was like the kind of when the Opera House became the Opera House. a buddy of mine called me, and he said, and this was late in '94, probably November or December, I can't remember, but he said that the Black Crowes were playing under a false name. I think it was the OD Twins or the OD, I can't remember what they called themselves. But anyway, they played they were going to play a surprise show. And I didn't believe them. I couldn't believe that. So anyway, I told him I'd meet him at his place. I called my then girlfriend and now wife, Kat, and she joined me. And we met at his place, which wasn't too far from the Opera House. We walked on down. There's a huge lineup right down that street, right around the corner and down that street. That patio didn't exist at the time. Now it's a fabulous patio for the Opera House adjacent to it. Fantastic. Can't wait to see a show here and have a beverage beforehand. But so anyway, we waited and waited. We didn't know for sure that it was the Black Crowes until we got in there. And out on the stage they walked, and it was an astoundingly fantastic show. It was a full show. It was a 2-hour thing. It was a 2-hour show, and at the end, on their final encore, they walked off stage. Everything's dark, and we're getting our final. We know they're coming back out, and we go up, get another beer or two. We walk back to our spot. And the first person that walked out on stage was Ronnie Wood. The place absolutely lifted off its foundations. It was amazing. And we were all, because the Stones were in town playing a show at the Gardens, I believe, at the time. So Ron Wood somehow, and the Crowes got in touch with Ronnie, and Ronnie came out, played a couple of tracks. I don't know how many, probably two more songs maybe with Ron Wood on stage with them. But man, I'm telling you, it was a night to remember. So that's the Opera House in Toronto, episode 2 of great live music venues in this fantastic city that I live in, and I cannot wait to see more shows when the Opera House is up and running full tilt again. I think, as I said in my last video, it has been given the green light. Toronto has been given the green light. Limited capacity, I believe. I think it's 50% of normal capacity, but anything will do right now. We're all looking forward to it. Have a great day, VC. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Vicar of Vinyl is out of here.